There definitely is a skilled labor shortage in this country and in this industry, and for ACE specifically. We found that we weren't getting any young people coming out of high school or tech schools interested in applying with us.
And that's not just for ourselves, but that's for electricians, HVAC, plumbing, all the critical trades.
We have a real challenge in retaining good quality employees in our area. Many times there are no significant architectural schools in our area. So they typically go off to one of the bigger cities and they find work in the bigger cities, and there's not a big incentive for them to come back.
Internships and apprenticeships are part of architecture. It's a part of the process of architecture. And so we've always fostered young people in our firm, meaning that we look to the high school interns to come into the firm, someone who really wants to pursue a career in architecture and take that all the way through college and then return to Valdosta.
We have some really great local, young, talented individuals in the high school level. Our thought was if we can grab them while they're young and in high school, we can retain them here in our local community and continue employing them most likely through college.
Staffing our plant is probably our biggest challenge. We were under the faulty impression that we could not, as an industrial employer, employ anyone under the age of 18. And we were enlightened and told that there was an avenue for us to employ people that were juniors and seniors in high school. That opened some doors that hadn't been available to us in the past.
There's a lot of misconceptions about hiring students that are 16, 17 years old. People think that they can't use tools and they can't run machinery and they can't be on job sites and our insurance won't cover them. As long as they're working with somebody that is trained, that has the skills to show them, and they've been properly trained and have safety training, they can do anything just about.
Yeah, it's not going to jump up our workman's comp rate. It is legal. There are certain things that these kids can and can't do, and we just have to abide by those rules. But it's not like it limits necessarily what they're able to do on a day-to-day basis.
Really what we found out was there isn't any kind of restriction in terms of hiring someone when they're 16. They are a part-time employee and they work just like a part-time employee.
Once we explained how this program would work and that Kaylee would be in our lab, which is very supervised, she is not working on projects by herself, but there's that level of supervision, that's what made it work.
We said from the very beginning, if we keep one of these students beyond graduation from high school, then it's worth every penny and all the effort that we spent on it. And we now have 5 that are still working with us currently, 4 high school graduates, and 3 of them say this is the career for them, they're gonna stay with us.
I think the biggest takeaway is not only being to employ someone who is interested in this industry, but also gets manufacturing back out into the high schools.
Our goal really is just to get kids involved and excited and let those kids be the recruitment for their friends and their friends' friends, to let them know, hey, there's opportunities out here where I can be outside, I can make good money, I can make a career.
We're essentially recruiting new employees that by the time they graduate from high school have 2 years of experience with the company.
It gives the student an opportunity to come into the firm, to get acclimated to an architectural firm and what happens there.
These people want to learn, and if you give them the opportunity, they do a great job for you.
We're looking for people every day that want to work. We received only high quality students that wanted to come to work.
We saw the advantage over the obstacles. It far outweighs the obstacles that we had to go through to get this program to work for us.
If other employers do not get involved in these types of programs, then we're gonna stay in the same situation that we're in now.
I don't know what our other options are. I mean, like I mentioned before, everybody understands that we're at a critical point with the resource shortage, that what else is there to do? If we don't do this, what's our other option?
For 30 plus years, we've addressed the brain drain, the talent loss that a community like ours suffers from. We've been addressing it with the Chamber of Commerce. We've been addressing it through the university and college levels. And I think there's a better mousetrap out there. The work-based learning program that Lowndes High School has put forth, the apprenticeship program that they offer, is a better way to reach these kids when they're young, to mentor them, to have them go off and come back to some of the companies that they've established relationships with and have a guaranteed job with. I think it's a better approach to maintaining some of the talent in our community.